In this video, I'll be going through the question you see on the screen here from the 2023 Leaving Cert Higher Level Maths Paper 2. If you're looking for a different question from this paper, check out the description below. There should be a playlist there. And if you're looking for a different paper entirely, have a look around on my channel. I'll be doing all this on a whiteboard, hopefully like you're used to your teacher doing. But we are on YouTube, so take advantage of the features there. Watch it at half speed or double speed, and certainly pause and try the question first. If you find this video or any of my videos useful, I would greatly appreciate a like or subscribe, but what helps especially is sharing it with a friend that might be doing the Leaving Cert this year or next. Question 3 starts us off with a fairly common question. They give us 3 coordinates that we see here. They tell us that makes up a triangle, these coordinates. What's the area of that triangle? There's a few ways to do it. I won't do them all. Most of them are messy. One way is to find the distance between each of these points. That'll get you the distance of all 3 sides of a triangle. You can use that then. There's a formula in your formula table, and you can use that to find the area of the triangle. That's one way. I'm sure there's other clever ways as well. You can deconstruct them all. So I know, let's say the triangle looks like this. You could deconstruct them all so you get all these mini triangles from all the right angles. Be a little careful, add it all up, you'll be fine. Like, in fact, if you draw it out carefully, you'll start to see, well, here's an easy triangle to find, because you'll have these numbers. Here's an easy triangle, and just add up all the parts. That's another way to do it. But the most common and the easiest way is there's another formula in your book that gives the area of a triangle, and it's a half times x1 y2 minus x2 y1, and this gives you the area of a triangle. Now there's only problem here, and there's x1 y1, x2 y2. That's only 2 points. Which 2 do we use? And then none of them is the answer. This only works on triangles where one of them is 0, 0. One of their vertices, one of their corners are 0, 0. So we just move them, because if you think of it this way, this triangle is the same area as this triangle. It's just moved. So that's the secret here. You move every one of these, and I'd moved this one's nearly 0, 0 already. You move this one down 11, and that's the y part. Down, that's why I'm saying down. Or you could think of it as you move it 0, 11 down. But if you're moving this one down, you better move the rest. So they all get moved 0, 11, 0 and minus 11, sorry. And that means this one turns into 4 and minus 5. This one turns into minus 3, the minus 3 doesn't change. And minus 12. And this one becomes 0, 0. Meaning you can now use this formula without any trouble. You can pick whichever is 1 or 2, but we'll say x1, y1, x2, y2, and just start filling it in. It's a half, absolute value, that'll be important in a moment. But we get, let's see, 4 multiplied by a minus 12, minus a minus 3 multiplied by a minus 5. And that becomes a half, let's see, minus 48. 3 minuses make a minus, so minus 15. This equals, let's see, 63. A half of minus 63. Absolute value though, that also equals a half of 63, which equals our final answer of 31.5. That's the area of that triangle. For part B, they give us these 2 points there, and they ask us to show that the midpoint is 2k plus L over 2. And whenever they ask you to show something, I find it's easier just to ignore it, find the answer yourself, and see if it's the same, because that's really what you want to do. So let's find the midpoint of these two. The formula for a midpoint, how do they write that? Xy, like this, is equal to x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. This is just from your formula table. So we just put that in. x1 plus x2 is just a 4 over 2, and this becomes k plus l over 2, which is what they wanted. I said just turn that into a 2, k plus l over 2. So that's it. That's shown part B. It's part B, part 1. It's quite straightforward. For part 2, they tell us the perpendicular bisector of AB. These guys here are AB, and they give us an equation: 3x plus 2y minus 14 equals 0. Find the value of L and K. So let's draw this out here. Here's a point, here's a point. We found the midpoint. This guy's some line here. The bisector of this is this line here, and that's just looks like that. Okay, that's the information we have. So a couple of things we know. This middle point is on this line. So that's the first thing we know. This point is on this. So we could write 3, put 2 in for the x, plus 2, and put k plus l over 2 in for the y, minus 14 equals 0. We can clean this up a bit and we'd get k plus l over 2 is equal, let's see, that'd be 14 minus 6, that'd be 8 divided by this 2. And those 2's cancel, so we'll be left with k plus l equals 8. Useful, but not enough information yet. 2 unknowns, 1 equation. The other thing to know here would be the slope. We could find the slope of this guy, these 2 points, just putting it into the formula: y2 minus y1, L minus K, divided by x2 minus x1, that'd be 5 minus 1, that'd be 6. And we can also find the slope of this guy, and they should be inverse. So let's find the slope of this guy first separately over here. If I rearrange this equation, I get 2y is equal minus 3x plus 14. Because remember, the slope is very easy to find once we get y on its own. Y is equal minus 3 over 2x plus 7. That's just this written again. But now the slope's very easy to find. It's here. That's the slope of this line. That means the slope of this line, which is right here, is just inverse of that. Upside down and change the sign. 2 over 3. Clean this up, we get L minus K is equal to, let's see, 12 divided by 3 is 4. So we get these 2 equations. K plus L equals 8. Simultaneous equation, very simple one in fact. There's a minus K and a K. Add these together, we get 2 L's. Add these together, equals 12. L is equal 6. Put 6 back in. 6 minus what is equal 4. K is equal to 2. So there are your 2 answers for this. That's B part 2 done. Oh, and that's the end of question 3. If you have any follow-up questions, let me know in the comments below. I'll do my best to get back to you. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.